Welcome back to my second video. If you didn't see my first one, I did a tutorial on my everyday curls, and today I'm going to do a video on my everyday foundation routine. Makeup is something I've always been really into. I have entirely too much product. I feel like I get texts constantly from people saying, have you tried this? What do you think of this? Me and my hairstylist, Brenna, probably text almost every other day about different products and stuff. And if I'm honest, my foundation routine is probably something I'm starting to get a little bored with because I've used this stuff a long time. But to me, that just tells me that it works. And yes, I'm going to keep trying new stuff and seeing if anything new, bigger, and better comes out. And we'll definitely test it out. But what I'm showing you today, I am completely confident that if you want full coverage, something that is going to last you all day and help control your oil, then this will be perfect for you. So if you're interested in seeing exactly how I get my foundation or full face long wear foundation routine, keep watching. I'm going to start kind of talking about the type of skin I have. So I consider myself to have oily, acne-prone skin. I think the older I have gotten, it has kind of turned oily combination. Maybe I'm a little less oily, but still oily skin. So I always have to use a primer. If I do not use a primer, by lunchtime or by the end of the day especially, I can just tell my makeup is kind of slipped and slide all over my face and it does not stay good. Some days I am lazy, I'm in a hurry, and I skip the primer step and it's very noticeable. It definitely helps. I've tried lots of primers. The current one I'm using is Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer. It is just the original one. This is the travel size. Smashbox is really good about making sample size stuff. So look in Sephora right before you check out, you know, in the little aisle where they get you with all the travel size stuff. Try this because they have this, they have the light version. I've tried the light version and that does not work for me. And I've tried the purple one. I think it's like pore refining or something. And I just like the original one the best. You would think because of my skin, I would like the Smashbox light, but I still just stick to the original. I also have really loved the Benefit Professional Primer. Not their mattifying product that they came out with, but just Benefit Professional Primer. That works really good too. It's kind of silicone based and it's kind of like a foundation-y skin color. So if you try the Smashbox original, you don't like that, try the other ones they have in that group. And if you think your skin kind of sounds like mine, maybe you should try the Benefit Professional. Alrighty, so to use this, I literally just put like a pea-size amount on my hands, rub them together, rub them on my cheeks, on my nose. The T-zone area is the main area that I want this on, and on my forehead. Alrighty. Part of me was like, maybe I should wait to film this because I'm kind of breaking out a little bit, and then I was like, you know what? It is what it is. This is real life. I have a couple breakouts right now. This is usually kind of my skin's normal. Yes, my skin will get a little clearer than this, but I'm usually fighting a couple bumps, especially around that time of the month. And then I feel like whenever I tell people I have acne-prone skin, they're like, no, you don't. Your skin is always clear. That's because I like full coverage. This routine may seem like a lot of makeup or just more coverage than you want, and that's perfectly fine. I grew up in the dance world, so I'm used to a full face. I do have acne-prone skin, so I feel more confident in full coverage. So that's just preference for everybody. Sorry, this light is going to kind of change because I'm sitting in front of a window. I don't have any artificial light on me or anything. Okay, so my primer is on, and now I go into foundation. The foundation I like and I have used for close to 4 years now is Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. It is the original Double Wear. I think they have like Double Wear Light, Double Wear Air, or Double Wear Nude, something like that. And then they have one that's even more full coverage than this. It's like called Camouflage or something. But I like the original. It works the best for me. The shade I'm in is 2-in-1 Desert Beige. Occasionally this gets too dark for me, and I've bought the Ivory Beige before. Estee Lauder does really good sample sizes, so you can go get color matched. Their sample size will last you up to a week, so you can use it, you know, try it day and night, figure out if you really like it, if you like the color, and then purchase it. I will say it does come with a gold screw-on cap, and it doesn't, if I can open this, you can waste a lot of product because it doesn't have a pump or anything. I bought this pump from MAC. So if you're in Valdosta, you can go to the Estee Lauder counter, buy your foundation, and then walk over to the MAC counter and ask just to buy the pump, and it fits this. But now when you replace this, you gotta keep your pump. Mine's kind of gross because I've had it a long time. But this saves you so much product, and it just makes it so much more easy to use. Alrighty. And then how I apply my foundation. Right now, I really like using the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. And I just like this flat side. You'll see how I use it. I used to really love the Sigma F80, the Morphe 439. Those are both really good foundation brushes. And Sigma and Morphe are awesome price points. So if you're someone who likes to use a brush, check those out. I will link them below. Okay. So apply my foundation. I just put a pump right on this flat side of my beauty sponge. And I kind of rub and tap. Tapping is going to make more full coverage, where rubbing is going to shear it out some. I usually use about 3 pumps. And sorry, I'm looking to the side. I'm looking at my viewfinder. I don't have a mirror or anything. Alrighty, so that's 2 pumps. My third pump, I will do on my forehead. Always go like really far into your hairline. My roots are really bad right now. I go Thursday to get my hair done. I'm so ready. Bruno's trying to come in here. Here he comes. What you doing? Lay down, lay down. Alrighty. So after I do my foundation, I move on to concealer, or kind of my highlighting routine. The concealer I love is the Tarte Shape Tape. This is no surprise. I think everyone loves this past year. And I'm really excited to try the foundation, so I'll let you know how that goes. The shades I use are Fair Neutral and Light Neutral. It looks like this. I love the applicator on this because it's really big. So I usually use the darkest shade first, which I'm almost out of, I think. See how big that is? And I'll put it right below my under eye. And then I'll layer this lighter one just for a little highlight underneath. And then this is really high maintenance. You don't need a different concealer to do this. But my favorite concealer to put kind of that strip down my nose with is the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. It says Light to Vanilla. This is what it looks like. There we go. Okay, so I have the travel size of this one. You can get this in the Sephora counter too. I bought a full size of this and tried it for my underneath eyes concealer, but it creased on me, so I didn't like it. But when I was using it for underneath my eyes, I was also doing my nose and noticed it's my favorite shade to do my nose. So I literally keep it this way and just go straight down the center of my nose. And then I also like to kind of do my Cupid's bow. I'll do right above it. And then use the same sponge and pat this in. kind of use the point to get in by the corners of my eyes. And then pat on my nose. And then right above your Cupid's bow. Alrighty. Okay, moving on to powder. So I don't really use any cream-based products as far as cream highlighter, contour, blush, because I am oily and I feel like it just makes me more oily. So everything else I use from here on out on my face is powder. The powder I love is the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. This is a travel size 2, but the Valdosta one actually started carrying a full size one because I never think about it in time and order it online. I always just go to the store, and our store is like a JCPenney Sephora, so it doesn't have all the full brands or anything like that, but they do have the travel size by the counter. But someone told me they started carrying the full size. I just tap some into the lid, and then I use, I'm missing a brush, y'all. Hold on. Let me go grab it. It was here all along. Okay, it's another Morphe brush. I really like that brand. It's very affordable, and it is the M438. So it just kind of looks like this. Just like a little teardrop kind of shape. And I really put a lot of powder underneath my eyes. So I kind of pack it. I don't want to say bake, but kind of. So put that underneath. And then I use the same brush to kind of do my T-zone because that is where I get very oily. And then to do the rest of my face, I just tap some more on the lid and then use this big Real Techniques brush. You can get this at Target, the drugstore, anywhere. It's so old, the name is, I don't even know what the number is, but it's probably like the big powder brush, face brush, something like that. And then I use that. Alrighty. And that's for the powder. And then kind of brush off the excess under my eyes. And then I use my setting spray. So the setting spray I like to use is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. It just says long lasting. They have an oil control 2 one that is really good, and I like the oil control one as well. I kind of just shake it, pull my hair back, close my eyes, and spray about like 4 or 5 sprays. Then I kind of fan, wait for it to dry. And then I finish the rest of my makeup. I feel like you really want your base to set in. That setting spray does not affect my ability to put on any more makeup. You can wait till the very end to do that though. That is not 100% necessary. So now I would finish the rest of my makeup, and when I'm out and about, I probably still will have to blot at one point during the day, especially if it's a really long, busy day where you're in and out of the car running errands. The powder I like to bring with me is the Hello Flawless by Benefit. And the shade I wear is called Never Settle or Petal. And this does have a color. Because I feel like when you're oily and you're out and about and you need to blot a little bit, you kind of want some color. Just because a little bit may have come off or whatever. A lot of times, this is gross, but I will tap my face with a paper towel, a napkin or something to absorb the oil. I never buy those oil sheets because, I don't know, I just feel like it's really expensive and pricey to buy those. So I just get any paper towel or napkin in my car, tap dry my T-zone, then pull my Hello Flawless powder out and pat that in, and that usually touches up fine. here's something else I forgot to mention. So say, you know, I know you live in the South. One foundation is not going to match you all year. During the winter, you're going to be paler. The summer, you're going to be tanner. If you get a spray tan, or you do your own self tan, whatever, your color kind of changes a little bit. So match your foundation to your real skin tone, and then go buy MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. It's like this, and it's $15, I think. Don't quote me on that. 15, it might be 20. It's not expensive, and there's a lot of product in here. Go buy the MAC concealer in one shade lighter and one shade darker. So I have a shade darker. That way, if I ever feel like I got a really dark spray tan or something, I'll do a pump of the Double Wear foundation and then a pump of the dark Pro Longwear concealer, and it makes the perfect shade. Or vice versa. You just pump in your lighter shade if you feel like you're kind of extra pale that day, but then it still keeps the formula of the Double Wear. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna finish the rest of my makeup and then I'll do an intro. So if this video is something you're interested in, or you like this foundation routine and would like to see the other parts of my makeup routine, I would love to share that with you guys. I just want to make sure I'm giving you content that you actually like and want to learn about. I also wanted to give you guys a huge thank you on all the support you gave me on the first video I did. Blogging is one thing because you are behind the computer screen. YouTube is a whole nother realm. I don't know how these girls do it. You know, there's so much to learn when it comes to camera, lighting, editing. It is not easy. So it just, you know, made me really happy when I got a lot of positive feedback. And like I said, I'm sure I will continue to improve and get used to this. And, you know, the more y'all are liking and commenting and requesting certain tutorials, I will do them. I'm trying to keep everything really casual and just how I would talk to my best friend about these types of things. Yes, it's easy, you know, if you're on YouTube or on the blogging world, you know, you can see all the super over the top. It almost looks like a full-on commercial or just super legit video. I'm trying to just kind of sit down, chit chat, you know, walk everything through and try not to edit it that much and keep this as real as possible. So thanks so much for watching and for all your support, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.